You're interested in the art of photography and how I consider it. Yeah. Hmm.
I've been wanting to do this class for a while, do something creative with my time, and I'm glad I did.
I think Rodin said, what is made with time, time remembers. It's invested in it. The time that is part of it, it's part of your life.
Film photography is, I think, very countercultural in a time when it's about immediate gratification. Things are quick, really easy, and it's easy to alter things. But there's a lot of parts about this process that are slow and methodical, and it takes a lot of patience.
When you look at a silver print, you know that when the photographer made that exposure, there was a series of limited decisions you could make about how dark it's going to be, how light it's going to be, what kind of contrast is going to go into it, the size of it, the paper that's being used. I mean, all of those are material involvements.
When you enlarge a photo, you put the negative in a big, the photo negative, in a big contraption called an enlarger. And it puts light through the negative, the image on the negative, and then the image comes out on the surface of the workspace, work area. And you can put your photosensitive paper there, and you can, and whatever is on there on the paper is exposed. It exposes it. And you can focus it, adjust the filter with the contrast and everything, and the intensity of the light, and how long the light is on. My favorite part about film photography is the process of it. I think Father Flecky talks about it as it being something, you're creating something actual and not virtual. It's something you can touch and really see, and
you're really making something that didn't exist before. And so that I found that very exciting, to be bringing something into existence that was my own personally, and that I felt kind of reflected my own experience, my own life, and that making something was just very exciting.
That's one of my favorite things is Father Flecky's, the language with which he uses to describe photography, that there is really some suggested violence when we say, even if we're unaware of it, those are violent terms we use when we say we shoot, capture, take a photo. He advocates for using the word making a photograph because it's more about creation. We're creating things and not taking something away or stealing.
And many people look at photography as a kind of appropriative thing, or taking pictures, or shooting pictures, or capturing, which is more taking things that belong to other people.
Something that I think a good photograph is something that makes you linger, and it piques your interest, and one that you can maybe find some meaning or symbolism.
What makes it good is, there's kind of the basic foundation of visual art, the shape, the texture, the form, the design, things that you really sort of have to, those are the bars that you have to clear. But then there's the matter of creativity and personal imagination and memory and experience and my own life and people I've known, and that's all in there. Then there comes a point where I try to say, well, I've taught you everything I can do. Now you have to do it, and it's not what I think, it's not what somebody else thinks, it's not what judges or publishers or teachers think, it's what you think.
He's the coolest. I really appreciate him as a person, but also as a creative influence.